So welcome to another Tokyo Revengers video, guys. And yeah, December is here, and as you all know, we'll get a new season of Tokyo Revengers next month in 2023. And we all are super excited about it. So I have decided I'll start a series where we all will talk and brief as to what might happen in the episodes in season 2 and how we feel about it. Therefore, in today's video, we're going to discuss what's gonna happen in season 2 of episode 2. I already talked about what will happen in episode 1 of season 2. For those of you who haven't seen that yet, I'll give you the link of that video now. Go check it. Now, before talking about the second episode of the upcoming season, I'll tell you a short summary of episode 1. After that, we can talk about episode 2, which will be really very interesting because this is where we will meet a new character, Taiju. So before we talk more about this chapter, as usual guys, I would kindly appreciate it if you can drop a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Let's go into the video now. So the last season of the first episode ended with Kisaki killing Takemichi. And well, this was a crazy cliffhanger. However, so many of you thought Takemichi was dead. But, as manga readers, we know what happened. Kazutora somehow managed to save Takemichi from Kisaki that night. And, after this scene, Takemichi was so shocked to see Kazutora. But Kazutora beat him into pulp, as the Toman gang had become the worst organization in Japan. As they even beat women like nothing, and this made Kazutora really angry. Kazutora tells Takemichi everything about Toman. Since Takemichi has no idea what happened in this timeline, he then understands that, in this timeline, Chifu didn't trust him, and no one knows where Mikey was. And Draken ended up in a death row. Kazutora didn't like the way how Toman turned out to be so bad. So then, both of them planned to retrieve old Toman. Kazutora tells him, Mikey starts purging all the old Toman members. And because now he doesn't even trust his own friends. He says there are mainly two reasons why Mikey became evil. One was the Black Dragon Gang, and the other one is Kisaki's violence and manipulation. But Chifu somehow managed to corner Kisaki, and he almost exposed his true identity. Because he had evidence that Kisaki ordered to kill Hina. But Chifu was killed by Kisaki at the moment. So, now Chifu is gone, and he didn't tell anyone where his evidence was or what it is about. Takemichi remains shocked because Chifu did all these brave things alone. But Kazutora revealed that Naoto was also working with Chifu to get Baji's revenge. And this made Takemichi dumbfounded. After this scene, Naoto and Takemichi meeting each other, he's so glad to see Naoto after so long. But suddenly out of the blue, Naoto arrests Takemichi. And then, Naoto shows the evidence that Chifu kept collecting and kept it as a secret. Takemichi didn't expect this one. Because Takemichi was manipulated by Kisaki as well. In this timeline, Takemichi is the one who orders Akin to kill Hina. Because Kisaki orders Takemichi to do this. After hearing the truth, Takemichi completely breaks down. He couldn't believe it was because of his own self that Hina died. He is doing everything that he can to save Hina. But it's he who passed the orders to kill her. Well, in my opinion, I think this would be a great ending for episode 1. Because it would be a good plot twist. Since Takemichi always wanted to save her. Yet he's the one who killed her. Now let's talk about episode 2. So yeah, now Takemichi wants to give up everything. Since no matter what he did, in the end, there's no change. The future still hasn't changed a bit, in fact it worsened. He thinks he's utter useless. But Naoto comforts him by saying that he's not useless. Because in the first timeline, Draken, Baji, Chifu, Kazutora, none of them were there. Now except Baji, everyone was there to help him, and they all want to change Toman. Naoto says Takemichi is the only one who can change Toman and save Hina from Kisaki. Now Takemichi says, in this timeline, he becomes the first division captain, and he is almost so close to becoming the top of Toman. But still there's no change in the future. Hina still got killed. Takemichi was depressed about thinking he was the one who did this crime this time. While Takemichi is confused with so many thoughts coming in his mind all at once. Suddenly Naoto says he thinks that Kisaki is obsessed with Hina. even though it's his conjecture right now. But whenever Takemichi is changing the past, Kisaki somehow manages to kill Hina. While they're discussing Kisaki, Naruto says that they don't have much time right now for this. Because Takemichi was about to be moved to the dentition center. So they will not have a chance to meet once again. So Naruto wants to help Takemichi right now to go back to the past once again. Another time leap. Something happened in between Kisaki and Takemichi in the past, and they have to change that thing. Because that's the only way to stop Hina's death in all the timelines. After this, Takemichi once again shakes his hand, and since Naruto is his trigger, he goes back to the past. The Black Dragon Gang and Kisaki, those are the two factors that have corrupted Mikey so bad. So this time Takemichi's mission will be to drive those two things out of Toman. Now once he comes back to the past, this time he was bowling with Hina at the game center. Both of them were spending their time on that place. But Takemichi was really serious about this game. He even has his own sport glove and shoes for it. And also he got a bit emotional after seeing Hina's smile after he went through few moments ago in the worst timeline. The ex-Black Dragon Gang members are Hakai, Inupi, and Koko. So when Takemichi was bowling, suddenly he was shocked to see the boy next to him got a strike. And you can see this panel. This is a really good one. I really can't wait to see this scene in the anime. Anyway, the guy next to him was Hakai. He is the vice captain of 2nd Division Toman, and he was one of ex-Black Dragon members in the future. Hakai says that he saw Takemichi somewhere. But Takemichi was totally confused. Takemichi suddenly remembers what happened in the future and who he actually is. Takemichi don't know much about anything when other divisions are concerned. That's why he is confused when Hakai introduced himself as a Toman member. Takemichi remembers what Kazutora told him about the Black Dragon Gang. In that future timeline, Hakai wasn't a member of Black Dragon Gang. In fact, he was the president of the gang. And he killed the previous president for money. Now they're going to home together. And Hakai says that both of them are brothers from now on. Takemichi has a confused look on his face. Because Hakai is a murderer in the future. Also here they're introducing another new character. Her name is Yuzuha. She is the elder sister of Hakai. Both of them are siblings. She says that she thinks Takemichi doesn't look strong. And she asks him if he is really a captain of Toman. Because Hakai has got the ability to outrank Takemichi. But Hakai has got no interest in it. Also Hakai would freeze up if any girl talks to him other than his sister. In the meantime, Takemichi is really shocked because he can't believe that this is that exact Hakai who killed the previous Black Dragon Gang leader for money. Like always, Takemichi got confused and he keeps thinking that everyone is a good person in the past but becomes very bad in the future. Since Hakai doesn't look like a bad guy to him, he wonders what happened to him in the next 12 years. Takemichi asks Hakai that since he's in the 2nd division as a vice captain. Does this mean he gets along well with his captain Mitsuya? Hakai says, yeah, real well. Hakai says to Takemichi that they both are of the same age. So he doesn't need to be polite all the time. Takemichi didn't believe when he heard that both of them are the same age. Hakai also says that Mitsuya showed him how cool and uncool delinquents could be. Mitsuya is like a real brother to him. And Hakai respects Mitsuya very much. Takemichi is really happy to hear this because he also is well aware of how cool Mitsuya is. But the way Hakai respects Mitsuya is another level. Because he even set Mitsuya pictures as his phone wallpaper. Which was a bit weird though. And Hakai's sister Yuzuha showed his phone to Takemichi. But her phone wallpaper is Hakai. And she even got angry and jealous because of this. It's kinda funny. After this, Takemichi understands very well that his connection with Mitsuya is very important and strong. In the future, both of them will be separated. Takemichi don't know what happened to them in future. And why they were separated. For now, Takemichi thinks that, for some reason he breaks things off with Mitsuya. And that's why he become Black Dragon Gang president in the future, and it's also the reason why Toman also got corrupted. So he needs to prevent that from happening. Hakai needs to stay with Mitsuya for this. While Takemichi was thinking all this, suddenly so many gang members appeared in front of them. Seems like Yuzuha and Hakai knew them very well. But Takemichi don't know who they're. Also Hakai warns Takemichi to go home. Then finally we see most iconic Koko scene. We also saw this scene in the trailer. Koko says that Hakai is a young master. But Takemichi suddenly remembered who this guy is. Because he saw him in the future. He is also one of the ex-Black Dragon Gang members in the future. So he understood that they're the Black Dragon Gang members. But Koko does not know who Takemichi is. But one of Black Dragon members says that Takemichi is the first division captain of Toman. Which makes Koko angry. Because Toman gang members are roaming on their turf. Toman gang is very popular in Japan. So, everyone knows that Baji died during the battle against Valhalla. Koko heard about the new 1st Division captain, but he didn't meet him yet. Now he looks at Takemichi and says, "So you're that guy?" But Takemichi still has a scared look on his face. Now Takemichi was roaming around in the Black Dragon Gang territory. So if the other gang members entered their territory, they'll be killed. That's what their president instructed to them. So which means, now they're going to kill Takemichi now. But it makes Takemichi nervous as usual. And he starts to shake. Hakai says Takemichi is his friend. But even if he is a young master to them, they'll not listen to him. Rules are the same for everyone. Black Dragon Gang members start to badmouth Takemichi. And this makes Hakai angry and he starts an argument with the Black Dragon members. But Takemichi wonders how Hakai knows the Black Dragon Gang. Because they kept calling him the young master. Suddenly they talk bad about his sister and Hina too. Suddenly Hakai got so angry that he beat up that guy. Everyone was so shocked after seeing this. Since Takemichi hung out with Hakai, he also got involved with this fight. So Hakai says sorry to him. And they revealed the truth here, Taiju is the Black Dragon president and he is his real older brother. Yuzuha, Hakai and Taiju are siblings. While they're wondering where Taiju is, Inupi suddenly takes a knife and puts it on Hakai's neck. Inupi is very loyal to Taiju. So if someone talks bad about him, he'll kill that person without hesitating. But it makes Yuzuha very angry. She kicked Inupi's neck very hard. Takemichi was very shocked after seeing this. These siblings are very strong. Takemichi says. The Black Dragons are very different from Toman, and this gang is already corrupted. But Inupi decided to kill everyone when Yuzuha and Hakai tried to protect Takemichi. Someone comes very fast behind Takemichi and that guy hits Takemichi so hard that he flight and fell at a distance. He couldn't even stand up after this attack. Then suddenly everyone bowed down to that guy. That guy is none other than Taiju. And the new character in the series. He is the current president of the Black Dragon Gang. And an older brother to Hakai and Yuzuha. I think with his introduction episode 2 of the season 2 will end. So it would be a good end for episode 2 I guess. So we will discuss more about the upcoming episodes of season 2 in the next video. If you want to add something, please let's discuss it in the comment section. Anyway, if you guys like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Good luck to all.